was up in the club with my homies, trying to get a little VI, keep it down on the low key. You should know how it feels. I seen Shawty, she was checking up on me. From the game she was spitting in my ear, you would think that she know me. I decided to chill, conversation heavy. She had me feeling like she's ready to blow. Watch out, oh. She's saying come get me. So I got up and followed her to the floor. She said baby let's go. When I told her I said yeah, yeah. Shawty got down low, said come and get me. Yeah, yeah. I got so caught up, I forgot she told me. She's all up in my head now, got me thinking that it might be a good idea to take her with me. She's ready to leave, but I gotta keep it real now, cause on a 1 to 10 she's a certified 20, and that just ain't me. Hey, cause I don't know if I take that chance, just where's it gonna lead? But I do know the way she dance makes Shawty alright with me. The way she get it out, I'm like yeah, work that out for me. She said one more dance, and I'm like yeah, how the hell am I supposed to leave? And I say yeah, yeah. Shawty got down low, said come and get me. Yeah, yeah. I get so caught up, I forgot she told me. Yeah, yeah. Her and my girl used to be the best of homies. Yeah, yeah. Next thing I know, she was all up on me. Watch out, my outfit's ridiculous. In the club looking so conspicuous. And wow, these women all on the prowl. If you hold the head steady, I'ma milk the cow. Forget game, I'ma spit the truth. I ain't stopping till I get them in their birthday suit. So give me the rhythm and it'll be off at their clothes. And bend over to the front and touch your toes. I left the jag and I took the rolls. If they ain't cutting, then I put him on foot patrol. Yeah, how you like me now? When my pinky's valued over 300,000. Let's drink through the wonder, please. Ludacris fill the cups like double D's. Me and Ursh once more, we leave him dead. Want a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed. Like yeah, yeah. Shawty got down low, said come and get me. Yeah, yeah. I got so caught up, I forgot she told me. Yeah, yeah. Her and my girl used to be the best of homies. Yeah, yeah. Next thing I know, she was all up on me screaming. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yo, what up, world? Hey, 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 hey. We bouncing in that thing, cause we crunk tonight, yeah, cause it's alright. As long as I'm in the building, it's good. Repping that outside, that's my hood. Go, 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 yeah. It ain't my birthday, but I'ma party, y'all. Anyway, hey. It ain't my birthday, but I'ma party y'all like it anyway. Hey, it ain't my birthday, it ain't my birthday. What up, it's your main man, the building man. Another exciting piece back. We alive with Cory right here. Doing our thing like we always do one time. Before we get started, before we get in anything, make sure you are liking this and sharing it, my good people. Make sure you get that going right there, because you know how we gonna rock that thing like that. Because we like, we just in that thing. Y'all know if I had to make just make you want to get that thing, don't it? Yeah, y'all know what's going down tonight, man. Another exciting night, man. I got the cast reflections on here. The movie is out now on Tubi. Man, you need to go watch. Matter of fact, watch the interview first, and then after that, you can go watch. But while you sitting at the job, most of y'all know y'all sitting at your job, ain't hardly doing nothing on there. You watching movies anyway, so why not go watch this movie that's already out? You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all be doing it. Don't say you doing it, because I know you do. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. But anyway, man, we're gonna do it. We're gonna bring it back to reflection story tonight, so we can talk about it. And I've checked this movie out. We damn sure gotta get in this conversation. I got some questions. I got some questions. Yeah, I got some questions. They're gonna answer these questions tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Ow! So let's do it, y'all. First of all, let me get them in here because I love them like this. I love them like this. Y'all love me, man? Yeah, man. Ow! Let's go! Hey, good people. I know I ain't got no sense. Now, I pray for me. You know what I mean? Don't talk about me like that, but just pray for me. Better yet. I promise you. You know what I mean? And the crowd says, thank you. I want to welcome the cast and production team of Reflections in the building tonight. How y'all doing? Y'all doing beautiful tonight?
Good.
Yeah, y'all know we gonna jump right in this thing because I got some questions for y'all. Y'all ain't gonna leave tonight for y'all answer some stuff for me.
What's the question?
No, we gonna say because when after y'all get you introduced me out there, we gonna jump in here. We gonna get some stuff found out. So let's do this. Let's do this. Start with Deanna because you know what I'm saying. You're the one that connected to make this thing happen tonight, and we want to just go around, let everybody introduce themselves. Tell us who they are and a little bit about your character, and then we're gonna go in talking about what Reflections is, what it represents, what is the concept behind this, and y'all gonna answer my damn questions tonight because I got some questions. How you doing, Rachel? I didn't see you in the green room when we were first talking. Rachel, do me a favor. Do you really love me?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you say that you love me.
No, I love you.
You have to think about
I love you. I love you.
Oh, okay. Well, if you love me, do me a favor. Unlock your screen and flip your phone sideways for me.
Okay.
So we can see all your beautiful face across this screen right here.
Did that work?
All right, flip it back up. Now, is it unlocked already?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me go off camera and I'll fix it.
Get a wide shot.
So let's do this. Let's do it around. Let's meet everybody. Let's do it. Deanna, take us to the king right now.
Okay, well, I am Deanna Chandler, the writer, director, and producer of the film Reflections. My character is Brooke. I am the leading lady, I will say, that gets the book club together initially to meet up with the girls on that particular day. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to introduce the partial of the cast tonight. We got Missy Lee in the building. We have Ted Ramasola, the cinematographer of the project. Rachel Brittenham, my production manager. We have Hurley Tarver, who plays my husband Brian in the film. We have Arian Ham as who plays the character of what's the character, Arian?
Brooke.
No, I'm Brooke.
I'm sorry. Wait. Maya, I'm sorry.
Maya. Yes. And who am I missing? Who else is on here? I think that's it for tonight. But yeah, we're excited to be here.
Wow, you gonna miss Pacer? That's crazy.
Oh my gosh,
crazy.
I can see. And of course, the one and only Carl Ellis Grant in the building. Excited to have him straight out of New York City. So what's up with it, Carl?
Yo, what's up, Daddy? You know I love you, man. I'm a jokester. I'm a joke on me too. You can forget me. You can definitely forget me.
No, I cannot forget you. Ever forget you.
Got you. Well, check this out. I'm excited to talk to you guys tonight. I'm glad y'all came onto the show. And we're going to get down to this thing. Deanna, tell us a little bit about Reflections. First of all, that's an interesting name. I love interesting name pieces because, you know, when you think about reflections, I like to look in the mirror a whole lot. So I like to see me. So why don't you break down to our audience what reflection concept is about?
Pretty much that's what it is. Just reflecting is about being aware, being conscious of the things we do in life, and being able to reflect on the things we've done in our past, whether it's a mistake, whether it's something great, just bringing it to awareness. So with the title Reflections, initially, it was a project I started back in 2015 titled Jada Reflections, which I did a short version of it, which you see that in the film Reflections. So, it was about a video chick, and she gets into an arranged marriage with a celebrity athlete, which was played by Carl Ellis Grant, and the character's name is Pacer. Her name is Tiffany Rahman, and she plays the character of Tiffany. I'm sorry, of Jade. So that's where the title came from initially, Jada Reflections. And of course, which brings us to 2023, where I've kind of extended it out and kind of decided to do something with the new ladies to kind of shadow and be able to bring that work that we did in 2015 to life. So now we have Reflections, and that's where the book club meeting came in, and I just kind of started penning and came up with this phenomenal cast of ladies to help us tell that story. So yeah.
Got you. So let's jump into this story as we dive into it, because yeah, y'all punched me in the face early with this storyline.
How is that?
Because first of all, when all y'all met up, we was at the house talking, you know, and you first brought the money up. My phone was going off, so I didn't initially catch that until I seen baby girl go to the restaurant and sit down with the football player, and then I understood the conversation. I went back to the conversation of about the money. What was it? What was it? 10 million?
It was a good million, 1
A good
million.
million.
Yeah.
First of all, before we even get out the reason about why she was even coming up to that money in the first place, because first of all, y'all were having conversations like like I think your character, the only one, was kind of leaning like, hey, you never know what your situations may be. But Missy's character and everybody, especially Missy's character, sitting up here talking about she ain't gonna ain't no amount of money going away. I'll just be dealing with this teacher salary. Like, you telling me for a few $1,000,000 you wouldn't live another life, Missy?
What you scared of, Missy?
Hey, Miss Ham, you wasn't jumping off the boat either. I mean, I want to ask this question right now to y'all. So you telling me I give y'all $5 million right now for us to live a fake life? You telling me you not down with that?
I might take the money. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Here's my question.
Maya might not have, but I would.
Here's my question, and it's to everybody. What would you have not done for $5 million? What would you not do? Everybody got quiet. Ted, you can answer that too.
I probably would entertain.
Ted put his hand over his mouth.
I'd probably make sure to protect myself and just, I probably would entertain. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm keeping real. I probably would. Now, of course, I'll be reflecting over the decision I made to do that eventually. But yeah, I probably would do it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, that's
anybody else,
man. Like, because I can buy new friends and a new reputation. $5 million, I can buy a reputation. Hey, ain't you the dude? Shut up. Go to the house. Shut up. Leave me alone. Go to the house. You right. This man gave me $10,000. I'm gonna shut up on him. So let's do this, because there's some questions I want to ask by the reason. So let's jump into Carl's character. Carl, can you tell us a little bit about your character? Then we're gonna go dive into this, because in 2023, this seems to be more of an open situation and conversation with our men folk.
Absolutely. Nah, look, first of all, thank you for having me, Cory. I appreciate you. Yeah, like, Pacer is a character that needs to be unpacked. And when I was initially approached in 2014 to do the role, I would never think. I'm sorry. Are we hearing like some feedback right now? We good?
I'm muting everybody to see.
I hope it ain't me. Is it?
Oh,
me?
I figured out who it is. It's Mr. Tarver.
Working.
Yeah. So when I mute him, yes, Mr. Tarver's doing that, because when I mute him, it cuts out. You got some headphones? You got some headphones?
Who, me?
Hurley, is it your?
Yeah, Mr. Yeah, her. Yeah, if he got some headphones, because that's where, because when I put him on mute, that's where it goes to. I thought it was the aliens invading our conversation. I just watched Independence Day. Even Rachel was back there like, is somebody smacking in the conversation? They so rude. Why they just smacking while he talking? Rachel, I saw it on your face. You listen. At some point, you were straightening. You kind of lean back like, okay,
I did.
I know I ain't the only one hearing this.
Yeah.
So they just gonna keep smacking on the phone like this while we talking. I
But
wish
I
I
was
knew who it was.
I was kind of like you. I was like, is that aliens? Like, who is making this conversation? Who trying to get the tea on reflections in Mars and outer space?
Yeah, I wish I knew who it was. I text him right now. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna take him on mute. Say something to me, Doc. Let me see. Mr. Hurley, say something to me.
Me? You got me?
Yeah, that's perfect. Now
You got me?
you're already in there. That's it.
A lot better.
I'm in the game.
That's it.
I'm in the game. Let's do this thing.
All right, so we're gonna rewind real quick. Ready? So in this, man, let's dive into Mr. Grant's character, man, because in 2023, this is becoming largely a open conversation about our men folk in situations like this. Because I got something that I want to dive into based on seeing this, and I'm glad y'all exposed this in this film. But tell us a little bit about your character, Mr. Grant.
Pacer J. Warren's a star quarterback for a Dallas football team. This is what I can remember. This new rollout of Reflections, the movie, has been such a good reunion, as well as a fresh take on the topic. But when I was approached to play Pacer in 2014, this is a very foreign character to play. A bisexual football player looking to start a new life. I feel like it wasn't easily digestible then, but now, like you said, as we have thruples on TikTok and we have all these movies on Tubi, which we're on right now. Please, if y'all watching, go watch Reflections on Tubi right now.
Not right now, though. Wait till after the interview.
No, not right now. Yes, after this, please. But yeah, this character, he's just a guy going through a transformation. I remember when I first got the information from Deanna, I just remember damn, this character has so much arc. There's so much to unpack. It's even when it was over, I feel like there was still you were left with so much more you wanted to know. So Pacer is just a guy that's just going through it. The joke in 2014 was he's delivered. You know what I'm saying? There was this whole joke about this guy.
I like women's.
I don't like men's no more. I'm delivered. So yeah, it's funny how that joke is still rating true 10 years later or 9 years later.
Yeah, he went therapy.
What made you go that route? What made you go that route? Because that's a controversial topic right now, with all the things of all the particular ways of identifying at this particular point. So, what made you attack that?
What made me attack that route was pretty much, I have family members that live a gay lifestyle, for one, or I'm not gonna say bisexual, but particularly gay, and I was just on that mode of they're constantly being judged, on the choices they make or who they love. And I feel like they should be able to, it's their lives. Only God can judge them. So I wanted to be able to tell that story based off of compassion and understanding on people being able to live their lives in their own truth. So that's pretty much where that was derived from. And as far as Pacer being, I'm going to say, delivered, I think that was a Christian aspect of my life, meaning, that's what we were dealing with at the time. And I will say that I'm a little more open now as far as my thinking and the aspect of that. But everybody has a choice and they have the right to live their lives however they choose to. Whether we judge them, whether God judge them, it's their business, and they have the right to, choose their partner and not be judged by that. So that's where I was with it.
So I want to ask, and anybody can answer this right here, because it's ironic that you say that people have the right to live, but it seems like people don't have the right to disagree now, because now when you disagree, you're called homophobic. You are a heathen. So why is it that people have a right to live the lifestyle, but people don't have the right to disagree with the lifestyle? Because, and I'm saying from a public standpoint, because if you come out, because here's what's happening. Here's what's happening, right? What's happening is you are saying I'm not accepting who you are, right? You're mad at me for not doing it, but you are not accepting who you was. So you decided to change something that you were never comfortable with. But you're mad because I didn't accept the person that you turned into. If I had a different expectation of what I'm seeing around you. So why do y'all think that thing is to where people can't disagree if they don't want to accept it?
I think they can disagree. That's what makes each and every one of us different. Everybody have their own differences. Everybody has their own perspectives on that particular issue. They can disagree. You can either agree to disagree, or you can just be the type that just support that, or you don't support it. Everybody has that right. Everybody has their own voice. So they just got to live in their truth. If that's the choice they decide to, if that's the lifestyle they decide to live. But even if you're the people that don't agree, you have the right to feel that way. That's what makes each and every one of us different. Our own perspectives, our own opinions on different things as far as that topic. You know,
and might I add that there's a lot that goes into that community, and I think a lot of people are misinformed. You know, it was a lot. It was like first it was LGB, then the T, then the Q's and the I's and the A's. And I think a lot of people are misinformed. And I think change happens gradually, and I think all at once it kind of becomes overwhelming for those who are just ignorant to that community.
Right. Good point.
Yeah, it wasn't no QIA when we shot the original.
Yeah. No, yeah.
It turned to a whole fraternity at some point. Like, what is it now?
Right.
So I want to go here. When we think about reflections, what are some of the things that y'all, and I want everybody to speak on to this, that you reflected on just in this movie with your characters, and something that you thought about with your personal life after reflecting? Because I think sometimes we always talk about how art imitates life, life imitates art, and those things. So tell me about the reflection that you have between casting a character and personal life, and we'll start down with oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to speak for myself first. Well, me being Brooke, I play Brooke, the wife of Brian, which is played by Hurley Tarver, of course. My reflection piece, I will say, was the fact I just recently married this guy. I would say really quickly, and you don't really see that portion in the film, but I was able just to reflect on love. I fell in love with this man, whether he's the right person for me or not, who knows? But at the same time, my reflection was on love and just the whole aura of just getting married, being a newlywed. That was my reflection piece. Just missing my partner. He's away right now on a business trip. That was my reflection piece. Just reflecting on the love that we share with each other. And as far as in my personal life, I'm single. I can't say I really have anything to reflect on right now, but I've been in love before, so I can relate in a sense. So yeah, definitely.
Fellas, you heard that? I'm sorry. I wouldn't I wasn't Facebook dating you. So with you saying that, before we move on, so when people get married, you said you married him kind of quickly. Do people need to be in love before they get married?
I would hope so. Yeah.
You would hope so?
You know what you get married for? Depending on what reason.
Miss Tam, I saw you shake your head. I saw you shake your head.
You married for the wrong
reason. I got something to say about that.
Come on, Ted.
I got something to say about that. People should be friends first before they fall in love.
Go ahead, Ted.
That's good. Elaborate.
When you say people should be in love before they get married, I would even say they should be friends first, real good friends first before they fall in love.
That's
because
good.
Because you're more tolerant with your friends rather than with love. Love is like an arc up and down, But friendship, you're more tolerant with being friends. You have something to fall back onto.
Yeah, that triggered Ted.
But that's just that.
Ted was quiet the whole time. Hey, listen. When we said that, Ted got it. Hey, I got something I need to say. Hey, I got something I need to say.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for that, Ms. Helms. You shook your head. Can you elaborate where your mindset was when that question was asked?
I mean, I don't think you have to be necessarily in love to get married. I think marriage is more so a partnership. But then again, I'm not married, so do not take my advice at all. So I wouldn't be the one to listen to. I think it's more so about partnerships, give and take. And I mean, there are days you're not going to love your partner. I think love is this glorified feeling. It's literally like a feeling. It's not a forever thing. So as long as you like that person enough to, get with them through sickness and through, the good days, the bad days, is what it is. But money doesn't hurt. I would marry for money.
You say you would?
Bro,
You say you would, Arian?
Oh,
disclaimer.
most definitely.
Disclaimer. Hey,
With
I mean,
these
I'm not a
prices these days,
bug.
I would definitely marry for money.
Yeah, Missy, why you sit back there turning your head over there? Do you
Come
think
on,
you
talk
be
to
in love?
us. Tell us about Tori. Tell us about the school teacher.
Well,
Now
my
we know she wouldn't
character,
get down for the money.
my character, Tori, she was very judgmental, And in
Yeah.
my personal life, I'm not like that. It is what it is. Everything is a learning lesson. But Tori was more like, girl, boo, bye. So she was more real with her, more outspoken. I really enjoyed my character because I got to act the fool.
Yeah,
Kind of just let
it
me
was so
kind of
fun.
flow.
And one thing I said about Tori, she was like that rebel character, the one that'll say anything, because they're very daring, very outspoken. And just another thing particularly about her is that she was afraid to love again. She had been hurt. I don't know if you remember them asking about her dating again. Was she afraid? That's one topic I want to talk about. A lot of women being hurt in previous relationships, and they're afraid to date again. So that's one thing I want to tap into with Tori. And she's a little bit afraid to get back with her ex. She's like, I can talk to him. So that was one topic I want to hit on with women. And that's my thing with reflections. I want to be able to tell different women's stories. There's 6 characters here. We'll have a lot of things to unpack, because I'm working on part 2 now. So I want to be able to tell their stories.
Got you. Early, do you believe you need to be in love before getting married?
You said me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tried.
Yeah,
You need to be in love.
yeah. I don't think you necessarily have to go into it head over heels in love before you tie the knot or whatever the case is. But I do believe that before you decide to tie the knot, there needs to be a strong element of love in the relationship, because love is what's going to determine. Yeah, that's what's going to give you the convictions to do what you do or what you don't do in the relationship. So
Boy,
there
sound
has to
like a
be a
motivational
strong element
speaker
of
just
love.
then.
Yeah.
The hierarchy of love.
Elements of love.
To be in the Pentecostal of love, then you want to be able to
Yeah.
maximize the most out of your LOVE, not LUV.
Yeah.
Rachel, you got something you want to
Love
say?
and
You don't
faith.
lean your head back again.
No, I think everybody has made valid points in terms of relationships. I think your initial question about where we were at the time of the production in terms of reflecting, I think the piece that probably gets missed the most in watching this film is that they forget that her mother was sick. And that was also the driving force for her to make the decision to actually go into this relationship. So when you talk about accepting money for something, that's usually the motivation behind most things, in terms of accepting money or what would you do for money. You're usually in a situation that propels you to think otherwise, to make you weigh the pros and cons of it. And for her, she needed to take care of her mother. And this is the fastest way to do it for her. Even though she had a career in LA, she needed money fast, and it ended up developing into something else. So that's where I was in terms of the judgment piece. You can never judge anyone. We can I hate to even bring them up right now because I know people tired of talking about them. It's very surprising to me at how many people are judging Jada and Will when nobody has been in their shoes. Nobody's inside their relationship. We only see what they allow us to see. And it was also pointed out that the things that they're really being critical of her about are the things that are most sensationalized in her book. They're the things that you probably looked at and said, I would or would not have done that, or who is she, will needs to run, etc. So I think we tend to forget that you need to turn the camera on yourself, because what have you done in your own life that you probably have never told anybody that you did it for money for, or etc. So it was just the judgment piece. It's like, be mindful of how you're judging people, and you never know someone's situation. That was the reflection piece for me. And in terms of marriage, I am a lover first, but I agree wholeheartedly with Ted. That friendship is everything. Uh, my previous relationship, that is the foundation. We are still friends today. Like, 10 toes down. Like, if nobody else, he is there regardless. That friendship, and be transparent, be hot, be humble, open, and transparent with your partner before you go into anything. Because yes, carrying the money is lovely, but that money don't mean nothing if you don't know everything that's attached to it. So all of that develops into the love piece. So it all goes together. But yeah, that friendship has to be there from the beginning.
Aaron said, "I didn't seen people without the money. They evil as hell."
Well,
Well,
you,
I'm
you
gonna throw
gotta
this out there. Oh, go ahead, Ted. I'm
you,
sorry.
Yeah, Ted, go
you
ahead.
you gotta remember also that at the end the story is also there's also a redeeming value in the movie is that um it, it, like anything else or like in real life at the end it's always love that's going to win no matter how much money is involved because remember she tried to suppress her love and attraction to his ex-boyfriend or ex-love played
Scott.
by Scott and and if you watch the movie closely there's a lot of Easter eggs there like even the guitar has her initials on it Scott has really had a strong link towards it. I made sure that there's a lot of details and a lot of stuff that you put in there so that it can be established that they had really a past. Like even the guitar of Scott has the sticker initials of Jade of her, so it means that they have a past that go way back. So in the end, uh, she said, "F that money," I'm gonna go with, and they eventually they searched out each other. And for me, going back to the question, that's a reflection as well as me because that's a story of my life too.
Really?
Whatever but that's a story for another day.
Okay.
He don't want to get up now.
Okay,
Yeah,
Ted.
and there's a lot of there's some reflection pieces. There's some reflection pieces toward the end of the film that speaks of forgiveness.
Yeah,
So think about her getting. I don't want to spoil the movie or whatever, but some decisions she made in reacting to Pacer having this bisexual relationship with I'm sorry, this relationship with the guy. They fell in love. So she made some decisions that cost her to have to look at herself in the mirror, to look at the decision she made to keep, I ain't gonna tell the whole story, but to keep that child away from the real father. So there was some forgiveness at the end. And so I'm really big on, decisions we make, mistakes we make, being able to redeem ourselves. So forgiveness was really key in this whole piece for me.
correct, correct.
Got you. I
And
want.
also I remember back, um, was that 7 years ago, D? How many
Yeah,
years ago was that?
yeah,
eight
seven,
eight
at
years ago
least.
when we went over the script there were a lot of there's a subtle tweaks that we did to it because at first when I saw the story when I first when the script first landed on me I think D has now evolved nowadays to the way she views things but I
Mhm.
made sure I told her and I remember telling her this I'm not going to take this movie I'm not going to shoot this film if it has too much biases against gays, against LGBTQ. It must be neutral. It must be neutral. I mean, we must let the viewer decide for it. So we made some tweaks to it, so there won't be too much of a, too much of a. It doesn't look like a faith thing,
Right.
like judgmental thing. we evolve. That's why movie making is a collaborative endeavor. It's always one of the greatest art forms out there because it's a collaboration. Because all of the people that you see on the screen, the actors, the writers, the directors, and the cinematographer. So when I took on the film, I made sure I asked her, we are not gonna make any biases with
Right.
with
Let
certain
the audience, yeah,
sectors, and
choose
we
their own.
did, and we were successful with it because I have to be open. I'm a practicing Catholic, but I'm not judgmental. I don't want that. I don't want that thing. I don't want there to
Right.
be to have that biases. And I guess
So
I guess it resonates with the viewers now.
I keep hearing this word judgmental a lot, right?
Mhm.
I want to tap dance
Mhm.
there for a little bit. And I
Hmm.
Okay.
think I do think that word gets
Me
so
too.
loosely used because we take judgmental and substitute it in a lot of situations where it should be accountability. Rachel, I
Mhm.
want to jump back on something you said a while ago. We don't know everything that Will and Jada go through, and they could be just using all this to promote this book. But my thing is, and I told, and I said I had this conversation with my wife because we live very public about our life. We have a podcast and we talk about a lot of things. There's a lot of people that message us and say everything that hit with inspiration and all this stuff. I do think I do think when you expose yourself publicly, there is a level of scrutiny, accountability. There's a level of where people can have something to say about information you giving up. Because in every other situation in life, when it's exposed publicly, we have an opinion about it. We have a thought process about it. But when things, especially when it seems like two people are not on the same page, because if we can praise everybody and buy everybody books when everything's good, then why are we not able to speak on something when we see things going in a disarray, especially when we've been on this journey with you? You did Red Table Talk. We didn't ask for that. You gave it to us. Now you're going, and I believe a lot of it is promotional now because it looks very strategic at this point. But you're giving a lot of information that seems like you and Will are not on the same page, and y'all could be playing us. But
Mhm.
why is it from a judgmental stance when we've been the same people? Because you hear it in so many people's songs, that Will and Jada thing, that Will and Jada love. So many people that put in their songs. So we
Oh
have
yeah.
bought into this thing as in, and people will say, well, we shouldn't look at other people. We do. We all aspire at some point
Mhm.
to be somebody or we identify with somebody. But
Mhm.
why when it goes in a negative thing, then it goes to a thing of we're holding a certain level of judgment to people. Because if you see me, you don't know me, right? You don't really know me, Rachel. But if after this conversation you saw me in public and I done something wrong, would you not pull me to the side and say, "Hey, Cory, I don't think that's becoming of you"? And could I call it judgmental, or you just holding me accountable because the person I presented to you tonight seems like I'm a stand-up guy? And you would take that. So I'm just saying that because even some of the things just I'm listening to now, I hear that, and not just in this conversation, but I hear it a lot. A lot
Mhm.
of people always say, "Man, people so quick to judge," but sometimes I think it's a level of accountability, and I think we run from that word because nobody wants to actually own some of the stuff that may or may not be the best decision for your life, your lifestyle, or what you are doing.
That's a very good.
I'll speak on that real quick. You're very right in everything that you're saying. I think well, I'll touch back. I'm gonna go back a little while ago. I went to the university, well, graduated from the University of North Texas, radio, television, and film major. And one of the first things that one of my professors told me, the minute you become a public image or a figure, you automatically have an unwritten rule to be scrutinized and or you're automatically held accountable for everything that you present yourself for. I think what I was speaking about in terms of judgment, I did use Will and Jada because that's what's going on right now.
Right, right,
I
right.
think for me in that situation, you're right. Yeah, she put it out there, so she knows that she's going to be scrutinized for it. I'm saying at the very point that sometimes we put so much stock in people, especially our public people, our images, and we forget that they put on their pants the same way that you and I do. They comb their hair. They have done everything that we've done. It's just they happen to make a little bit more money doing it. And I'm saying it's like when does the line stop where you stop to say, wait a minute, why am I investing so much time into that? And I get it. For those two, they were the epitome of what you wanted to see, especially from a relationship, Black love.
Right.
Just the way they came across all together. But I
Right.
think at the end of the day, when I say, yes, she needs to hold herself accountable to Will and nobody else. But at the other point of it is too, is like, did she ever come out and say that you should do what I do? You need to do this. She made it very, very clear, even if you watch the Red Table Talks, that she never really wanted to get married. She thinks marriage, like they had to have a full blown conversation about actually getting married. She
Right.
wanted to live on a farm. So those
Right.
are the things that I think people forget, that that's who a person really is. That, like what we're seeing, that's who she really is. She's been that way the whole time. It's just we were given an image, and that's what we attached ourselves to. But now that she's showing up at the person that she's been the entire time, it's like, wait a minute, this don't make no sense. So
Yeah.
what, that's why I say I can't judge that. Like you have to listen to people, because people tell you who they are. They
Yeah.
really, and she's definitely told us who she was. It's just we chose not to hear that part.
Yeah.
So
You
for
know,
me,
you know
it's
what, Corey? You,
Uh-huh.
go ahead.
go ahead, Rachel.
I was just gonna say, and to answer that question a while ago, I don't believe you have to be in love too, because I never seen people ever go to divorce court and say, "I want my love back." You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
I never heard.
This is true.
And people say that, and I think somebody who said the partnership thing earlier, because when you talk about the 1500s when marriage started being what it was being, up until 1940 something, people didn't even see each other to a month to 2 weeks prior to getting married. So people didn't even know each other. You know what I'm saying?
Marriage is actually a contract. Like
Right,
back a long time ago, you had to give, a man had to give something to the family in
right.
order to
That's what it
even,
was. It either tied families together or gave you heirship to something.
yeah, it was a
You know what I'm
deal.
saying? But people now go and treat it like it's some secret society. Because I married my wife in the first 9 months I met her. I met my wife the day before Valentine's Day, proposed to her April the 10th, married her November the 26th on her birthday.
You
You
loved
better
her.
come
You
on with
loved her
them
though,
dates.
didn't you?
My thing is, I knew
You,
she at some point, if I do what I'm supposed to do, she gonna fall in love with me. I need to know that she liked me. Somebody
Oh
said
yeah.
that while
yeah,
ago, and I got excited when they said liking each other, being friends, all this, because we have fun. Like this goofy stuff that people come see us do here at the house, we do when we by ourselves, and we like, yo, we're weird, but it's cool. I like you. You like
yeah.
me? Stuff like that, man. And I just think it's to a point where you hear people always say, well, you don't understand. You ain't married. I'm like, when I got married, I didn't jump up 75 more percent committed to her. Like the same thing I was doing prior to the yes I do, I was doing then. You know what I mean? And I continue to do afterwards. And but it's a work in progress. It's a work to do it. You know what I'm saying, to keep things consistent. But I just it kills me in society, because I think we'll tell people to accept whatever they need to accept in life as long as they're married, based on the ability of what we want to push. We're a country that talks about monogamous, but we also lead in infidelity. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like
You know,
versus other countries that adopt multi relationships. But go ahead, Mr. Early. You was
mhm.
about to say something.
No, I was about to say, you know what? That's one of the things that I like about Reflections is the movie has so many different perspectives to different things that people experience in life. It just continues to add layers to life because people are gonna choose to judge or what whatever it is that they choose to do with whatever situation they come privy to. But the thing that I really like about Reflections is it has the ability to shift paradigms. So
Uh,
if and one of the main ways that it does it in the movie is it handles real life situations. Being a former professional athlete, I saw firsthand that those situations happen in real life. So I think that movies like this gives the audience the ability to say, "Huh, this this is something that could really happen if they don't know that it already has happened," and give them different tools to navigate life with. So people can choose to take the negative part of it and navigate life the way they usually do, and make lemons turn to sour lemons or whatever the case is, or they can choose to look at some of the positive sides driven from like different characters in the movie and pull something from it that they can relate to. That's one of the things I
come on and
really
preach.
like about Reflections.
Come on and preach. Come on and preach.
Hey,
Yeah, Now you said you wanted to dive into women going back and trying to get back up on the horse after falling off and hurting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, why do you two questions I want to ask to that? Why do you think women are fearful of it? And can women change the atmosphere of the dating pool that they have before them? Come on, somebody, and preach today.
I think we're fearful. I think we're fearful of it because I'm gonna speak on my own life. Um, I'm a true lover. I consider myself to be a romantic lover, and so I think the hurt and the pain that we experience when we go through these situations, that's the fear of not being hurt again. So that's just what I take from it, meaning like the fear of not wanting that same cry or that same situation to repeat itself again. That's why it's important as women. We gotta encourage each other. We gotta uplift each other. We gotta keep each other accountable when we make those decisions, those bad decisions when we're dating. That's as friendships. Meaning we were on Tory about calling her ex.
Right.
I think we were even on April, another one of the lead characters about her dating situation, where as women we tend to give too much to men, whether we feel like we're trying to help them, we're really probably hurting them more than helping them. But there's just those different situations that women go through. There's fear of not being hurt again. So in order to get over those humps, we all as women have to hold each other accountable, lift our women up and tell them you can do it. You can move on. There's other opportunities out there. There's some real men out there that'll treat you the way you deserve to be treated.
Ooh,
What
ooh.
as far as the dating, I mean, there's lots of dating sites. I've been on them. Um,
Hey, let's go back. Hey, men, Facebook men. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
I'm
you.
deleting my app tonight.
Is it called
Rachel,
Facebook Men or
Rachel,
Facebook
lean your
Dating?
head back
What is it
again.
called?
Huh? She
What
on
you
Be
say?
Okay. I listen. I met my wife on Be Okay.
That's real talk. I mean,
I
like
met on Be
seriously,
Okay.
Be okay.
yeah.
Be
And,
Okay. I
and
met
now
my
you're
wife
married, right?
and I told her, I said, hey, here's my number. I don't want to do all the text on here. If you really
Yeah.
want to talk and move forward, call me and then we're gonna FaceTime. I need to see you. I need to put eyes on you so we can
Right.
talk. I
I
fell
love
asleep
it.
with the phone on my face. Yeah, she was like, well, listen, I already know what you look like. I saw your picture. You know how pretty you are. I need to see what I wake up to if we're gonna move forward with this thing.
There was no fear
Well,
of being catfished.
Yeah.
well, not catfish. I just want to see what you look like without the makeup. I
Yeah.
need to know. I need to
And
know.
that's real. That's
Because
real.
you just said something. You just said something. When you were talking about the dating pool for women, I want to ask this question, and I want the men to speak on this too. If women are mating with at 20% of the dudes, is one and men ourselves, 1 in 4 men are either virgins or haven't had sex in the past year, and less than 39% of men have reportedly having sex weekly. That means there's a lot of men not having sex. We understand that women can get sex when they want. We get sex when we can. We have to earn a status to be able to get a sex. We have to buy the yacht that pretty women like y'all get on and sometimes paid to be on. Even if y'all got the yacht, we have to be men of certain caliber to even get on that yacht because you're not even paying attention. So if that's the case, if women are choosing to go to the 20% of the men, the taller guys, the more masculine guys, the guys who are more financially stable, and the guys that are over 6 feet, don't those guys have more options? So why do if women keep going and saying we're tired of men playing with us, why do you keep going to the same men that have a variety of option of women just like you? Why not go over and talk to Chris at Walmart, who's trying to work hard and is trying to get himself together? He's not he may be a little socially awkward, but because I do think this. I do think that y'all don't really like good guys like that because I'll give an example and I'm gonna let y'all speak. Here's an example. This is a wild example, but it's true because it's storyline. Clark Kent was a good dude, right? Very good dude. Good dude. Loved him some Lois Lane. But Lois didn't even notice him until she found out he was what? Superman. Peter Parker, smart dude, about his family, gonna take care of his family. Mary Jane didn't pay attention to him to what? She saw that he was Spider-Man. Steve Urkel
I
didn't
was
get
just about
Laura's
to say
attention
that.
until he became Stefan. So
Mm.
we ain't, as men, we ain't making this stuff up. Y'all are proving it, but y'all can change that, but you don't because you still like those guys. But then you'll
Well,
get mad at you.
it's
Go ahead.
natural for a woman to want the man in charge. I mean, if you look at the animal kingdom, look at the lion. All the lioness they go after the king lion. I think that the common theme with those men is most of those men of high statures have ethics. They have a work ethic. They have discipline. What homeboy at Walmart, does he have discipline? Because if he had discipline, he might not be at Walmart. But I think that overall, I think that you have to judge, like she said, Rachel said, judge people by the fruit of their labor. If what is her name, Jade was really judging Pacer, then she would have known this man can't be honest with the world, and he can't be honest with me. Therefore, he's not an ethical man. And she could see that he would put his hands on her and he would, manipulate her and gaslight her. So once you start loving yourself, then you can see who loves themselves, and then you can kind of judge from there. That's my opinion on that.
Gotcha. Come on and preach then.
Sure, I guess I'm gonna talk for the under 6 foot men. You
Go
know,
ahead.
yeah, and the domestic violence of this film.
Yeah.
I do represent a lot in this film. I think what it is we're in an instant gratification world as well. So, we want the person that's all the way, wrapped in plastic, and everything that glitters not gold. So I believe that, the patience of love has been lost. Love is supposed to be an art. You know what I'm saying? When you start a painting, it's blank. By the time it's done, it's a masterpiece. And it went through all types of transformations. You came at it one day like, I don't like this color no more. You know what I'm saying? So I believe the patience toward like the love and relationships that we want is not there anymore in 2023. And I believe that women do have the ability to change that, because as a single man in 2023, we're at the behest of what women desire. We wake up every day, we go on Instagram and we see women consistently complaining about the piss of the dating pool. And it's like, well, as long as I'm not that, you know what I mean? I hope that I'm doing well. But at the same time, I come from a 2-parent household, and our parents met in college. So I went to college thinking like, oh, I'm gonna meet my wife here. And then, once I realized what the game was, I was like, oh, maybe I just need to be a little more patient. So I would assume that there's a lack of patience in the dating pool now. And there are signs. I agree with Arian. Jade should have saw the red flags in Pizza. If I can, defend my character a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He had a whole boyfriend when he met you, like, you know what I mean? So I don't know what woman's taking that deal today.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Cory, you on mute, Cory.
I did because I changed my batteries out. I said, but I do agree with Rachel to a degree with that, because she described earlier how circumstance sometimes formulate the plan that you need to do because it's survival or it's a need to take care of something. Because think about it, most rappers sign those tore up deals because they needed money. They were broke. You know what I mean? Most people that goes into some contracts sometimes is because I gotta help my sister. My sister's going through this and I need to this, or my mom's dealing with this and I need to do this. For that thing, when people see that with a character like Carl's character and that is happening, do people have a right to go at a person like him who is hiding in a way? And I asked this question, I want y'all to answer this, because a lot of times I see in the community, if you address the community in a way that they feel like you're not respected, you call it homophobic. But when a man is getting ready to get tore down masculinely, you know what I'm saying? The first thing a woman to call him is what? With your, you know what I'm saying? She'll use those adjectives to tear his character down. And I don't see nobody get bent out of shape by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just got told by Saucy Santana the other day that we smoke hookah.
What did he say?
We're gay.
Yeah, or you sassy or something like
that. That's just his perspective.
But I'm saying
that's his perspective.
Right, but that's what me. But that's what we're saying. And on the other foot, we're saying it's a judgmental standpoint. But for a man standing up,
judge too.
huh?
I said women get judged too. I just want to throw that out there. I know we talking about how we do men, but women get judged too. Just the same way you said, I want to make sure you're not a catfish. If your woman comes around you with her hair and makeup done every day and you haven't seen it, would you think something is up? It's the same way. Like you're not being truthful. You're not being forthcoming with that person. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there.
Well, for men, we done always dealt with the fact that y'all hair, y'all nails, and everything come from somewhere else. So we already knew that at some point
Not always.
we got to the house. Hey, hey, yeah, somebody broke in my house. No, I had a girl over here, but something else came in. No, it's me. I'm like, girl, what do you think? Hey, you remember the episode on Fresh Prince? He was like, is there any part of you that don't come from the flea market?
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, let me go through some of these comments real quick."
Okay.
She said, "Yeah, even in shows, I just watched an episode of Eve's show where they said Will and Jada, and I cracked up so hard." Mr. Tate, who has a show on YouTube, said, "What's up, Cory and the crew?" Thanks, Cory. He said, "I think people all hyped about getting married and not the reality of being married."
I think that's very true.
Yeah, Church says, "What's good, y'all?"
Hey.
Lynette says exactly. And Horace dead people. What?
Probably something. Oh, the hot.
Let me bring him back in.
Cory, I think to your when you made the statistical points about women going to this certain sector above 6 feet, 6 figures, all of that. What I have really come to realize that those stats come from a very, very small group of people. Because when you look at reality, even just around you right now, if you're not in that pool, if you're just outside of it and you look, that it's really not that way. Meaning there are more people that are dating men under 6 feet because let's be real. Everybody ain't 6 feet. I think what myself and my girlfriends have come to determine when we've talked about everything from that, because I have a girlfriend that refuses to date anybody who doesn't have a degree and has no children. Or has children. They can't have children and they can't have they need to have at least a degree because she feels like that will at least match her energy. That's fine, but we're also getting to the point in our lives where how many men you gonna actually meet that have a 4-year degree? Because everybody don't have to go to school. And most people by the time you get above 40 have either been divorced or at some point has had a child. So that pool is very, very small when they're saying that that's who they're choosing to go back to. And then you get to the point of a quote unquote Saucy Santana. He's just an image that it just happens to flash across our social media so much, but it's here today, gone tomorrow. He does not represent everybody. So like Dee said, that is his opinion, but I feel like we are so caught up in the images that we see on social media that we're forgetting that most of the world is not there. Even still, I don't care how many millions of subscribers these platforms have, the majority of the world is still not there. The majority of the world still lives their life outside of those spaces. So I do still feel like there's hope for people that are under 6 feet, don't make 6 figures. Yes. Who did you say at Walmart? What was his name?
Chris. Look, Chris.
Look, Chris got a boo. He got a boo. You know? And look, Chris, what people fail to realize sometimes, they don't realize a Walmart got a management program.
And I heard they pay good.
And they pay good. So, I mean, I think that's the perception that we get. Like somebody was just talking, we were just joking the other day. Whatever happened to Calvin from McDonald's? What happened to Calvin? They was promoting the hell out of Calvin.
Right. But then
in the black neighborhood.
Went on that show and became a brother.
10,000 McDonald's now. So I'm just saying if people don't realize that we are the media is our friend and it is our foe. We are fed so many things that are negative that you got to be able to read between the lines and be able to decipher reality from from reality TV, because even reality TV ain't real. You know, so those are the things that I want to say. And Arian, you brought up a good point about um the whole partnership thing. Even when you were talking about marriage, I think that's what people really fail to realize, is that some people show up in these relationships and they forget what they came to the table with. Like you came to the table because you said you had this. And I used to tell people a long time ago, men date women or like to marry women that they think will never change, and women sometimes get with men that they think they can change. That is
That's good.
always a fact with most people. In these days and times, women will get with a man that they think they can change, instead of showing up as who you are and who you're supposed to be in their partnership, in their friendship, and then the love develops.
That's good.
But we always want to try to fix the situation. We always want to try to get, because we don't want to take the time to develop anything with anybody else, too.
But right, you know why that is though? To your point that you just made, because what we try to do in these situations, we try to make the exception to rules the normal thing. And when you talk about that, yes, there are more guys under 6 feet than tall. But what I'm saying is those women go to the taller guys. If the world lost all its technology today, the tall, big, husky, most of the women are gonna run there, because it's this thing how women are wired, is just for protection. Because I'm gonna tell you this, you know why I know it's bigger than what we look at? Go into a strip club. You're going to see the difference between one guy with 25 women versus a woman with money in there having 25 dudes around her. We don't value the money the same. Men make money to become dependent on. Women make money to become independent. So we look at it differently. When a one, because you hear it all the time. You know how many times you hear a dude go around and say, "Man, I'm independent. I'm making money. I'm INDEP." It's only women that say that. Because when you naturally look, and I have no problem with the hierarchy of what we're supposed to do. Man provide, women provide purpose, right? You give the woman the house, she makes it a home. You give her a seed, she makes a baby. You give her a vision, she gives it purpose. But the thing that gets lost in this situation is when we talk about these situations, there's only a minute few guys who actually qualify in women's eyes. That's all the point I was making. Because if they didn't, there would be more guys who wouldn't be deemed socially awkward. You see how many people, women now blast dudes on social media because they in their box. Dudes are really, because back in the days, if back in the day, you showed up to Arian job and with some flowers and you done got her information, that was sweet in our parents' days. Show up to Arian job now. You registered.
Show up. I love flowers.
You
Thank
registered.
you.
One
You
of my
registered.
jobs.
No. Listen,
Bring me some flowers.
I talked to Hurley. He said you worked here. I just wanted to let you know I was interested. I don't give dang. You don't show up at my job. Yeah, no, he here. Get it.
Corey, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I think women go after comfort. We don't go after 6-foot guys. We go wherever we feel comfort. And when a woman is comforted, she can be fruitful. She can multiply. She can be creative, which we were here to be. I don't think it's necessarily about 6 feet or anywhere. Because if I meet a guy and that man is 5'5" and I'm 5'4", but he makes me feel protected, makes me feel secure, he compliments me, he loves me properly, guaranteed I'll go his way over the 6-foot guy who maybe does not have any personality, who his whole persona is his height. So I think comfort is
you're
number
right,
one.
but you're still making an exception to the rule, because if you ask majority of the women, they would rather have a guy taller and bigger than them. But for women that are
what women are you
women
asking?
don't go after looks like men. Men go
no,
after looks.
I said taller and bigger for
Yeah, I'm talking
safety.
about physically. We
Hey,
don't go after physical. We go about how a
Corey,
man makes us feel. I
Corey,
would
where'd you
say.
get that data from?
That's what I said earlier.
Okay.
Public
Said is
information.
happily married. Said is short.
Where'd you get those statistics from about women? No, the one that
Y'all,
I married, it doesn't look
yeah,
for
y'all. First of all,
skin.
USC, West Virginia, and Stanford do a lot of these studies. They do them from dating site. They do them from divorcing. They go into courts. They pull these from public records and individual things. Because when you go on a dating site, you do things to match people. They
Yeah.
take that information. They take that information and do it. And then all you have to do is just listen now. The world is so open with social media. Women are speaking. and they're telling you what it is they want. And if
Wait
you
a minute.
look, yes, go ahead.
No, go ahead,
Well,
Cory. You go. Go ahead.
let me just say that
I say Gia did
there's
say
a
in the chat that she
difference.
wants somebody to talk to her.
Say
Go
it
ahead.
again.
I was making a comment. One of the perspectives of one of the ladies in the film, she said she wanted her mate to be tall, dark, and handsome. But that's her choice. You know, everybody's perspective is different. Everybody chooses different things. It depends on their flavor, what they like. So I think that's pretty much a what do you call it? Stereotype. It's not necessarily everybody's truth. Everybody has a
The
choice
thing
who
is
they
with
want to
this
love.
social media that people just, you know, shoot off whatever comes out of their mouth impulsively, but that's not actually what they actually are doing. Just like in Reflections, the movie, um, they say all these things about being ideal. The most conservative one, who was that? D,
Gia,
the most
Gia.
Gia, the most conservative one. She said, "Oh, she wants this, prim and proper," but actually in her mind, she has all this. She's done all these crazy deeds
Messing
with the
with the deacon.
pastor and all that.
Hmm. Yeah, she drinking at the
Doing stuff.
house.
So I'm not gonna trust what's being said out there. I'm just gonna base my observation on the results, on what's actually being done, rather than what is they're actually being saying, what they're intending to do. Because I have a saying for you all: hell. You know what hell is? Hell is full of people with good intentions.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's the point that I was trying to get at, Corey, is yeah, you're right. Plenty of women and men express themselves so much on social media, but that space is as big as it is and intrusive and impactful it can be on some people's decision making. That's not what's actually happening. And
Yes.
the fact that
Correct.
um it even like just most recently, the girl that called herself trying to blast the guy on the first date because he took her to the Cheesecake Factory. When you look through
Seen
them
that.
comments, yeah, she talked about how she should have been treated, etc. But the comments said differently. You wrong. You this. You that. And all the people that truly expose themselves from a shallow perspective, when it comes to that, if you go through most of the comments are like they're wrong, especially the ones that blast men for trying to do any type of good deed or something that's the the general public looks at as a good thing. Like the guy a little while ago who showed up to feed his son, and his baby's mother got upset because she didn't bring food for everybody. Like the point that I totally disagree with women emasculating men. Like, why? What are you trying to get at? And you think by putting it on live that you're gonna clown them, but you end up clowning yourself in the process. So I've never been one to really take anything on social media at face value. And that could be just the generation that I'm in. And I I just I just have never gravitated toward that, but I just have to go with what I see in actual reality versus that reality because
Yeah.
yeah, the
And
statistics
I
are there.
wouldn't trust anything on social media too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust anything on social media too, because social media is really magnifying narcissistic behavior of people. So you could just see this now with the advent of all these AI apps that make their faces look good. Some people would even say thank you to people who would tell them, "Oh, you look great," even though they use AI to change their app. Now they're beginning to think that that is actually how they look.
Hmm. Yeah.
They're
Say,
beginning to believe themselves that that filter is really how they look. That's the crazy thing about narcissistic and narcissism and social media thing. It's magnifying human behavior, and it's the frailty of
I,
human behavior.
I'm gonna say one
hey,
thing, Carly. I know you're finna say something. I'm gonna say something
no,
real
go
quick.
ahead, go ahead.
The other thing, I don't know if if you saw this in the study that you looked at, Corey, with the whole matchmaking. Did it also share with you that the number one desired person in the entire world is the black man, and
Come
at the
on, man.
bottom of that
Say
list,
what? Say
the
what? Come
number
again.
one desired person when it comes to dating is the black man. And I know people on here may say different, but in those statistics, it says
And the
that
last one is the
the
black
number
woman.
one desired person is the black man. But guess who's at the bottom?
The last one is the black woman.
Black woman and Asian men.
What?
So that's why I said you can't always, that's what it says statistically. But is that actuality?
Say, I'm gonna tell you what, Mr. Tate just asked a question, and he said, "What if the man with 5'5" with
Yeah, I was going to that. Here it is. Hey, what if he 5'5" guy with childbearing hips? I pulled it up a couple times. I was waiting to bring it back. Hey, Miss Angela, you still down with him?
You can't help genetics. Like, damn.
What'd you say?
Mr. Tate asked, what if the guy's 5'5" with childbearing hips? You still down?
Well, he gonna have to up the income for that one. For me to overlook the income gotta match. So
Aaron ain't playing about that money.
I'm just playing. Don't
Listen, I can't stand y'all because I'm really enjoying y'all conversation, y'all. But we done went over time. This is what I want to do, man. I want to go around first, and everybody again give your social media, and tell people why they should go watch Reflections. Tell people why. And here's the thing. I want to say this to everybody else that's going to come on this platform and talk about y'all films. You see how the direction of what this film has sparked so many conversations tonight that made it so interesting and so gravitating. And I love the fact that all of y'all are open, because a lot of times, man, I get people on here and they say, go watch the film. And then I got to make jokes about everybody's mama for the rest of the night. You know what I'm saying? So I love this feedback. I love this conversation, y'all. If I didn't have other stuff to do, I'd say, man, let's take this thing to the house. But it leaves it for another day to come back and actually rejoin this conversation, because y'all said y'all are writing part 2, right?
Yes.
So definitely do that, because there's still a lot to unpack with this film.
Yes.
There's still so much to unpack with this film. But yeah, if we could do it, if we could go around and I'll give y'all solo screens, tell everybody again who you are, where they can follow you at, the character you play in the movie, and why they should come watch the movie. Whatever order y'all want to go in. Who want to go first? All right, watch this. Whoever I pull up first start talking.
Well, since I'm first, hey, I'm Brian. I'm Brian in Reflections. My name is Hurley Tarver on every platform. That's IG. I'm not on Facebook no more because somebody hacked my thing. Hurley Tarver, YouTube, IG, wherever it is, it's gonna be Hurley Tarver. One word, Hurley Tarver. That's me. The reason why you should see Reflections is because it's a dynamic film. It touches on so many different topics that we deal with in society right now. You got the Jada thing trending, you got the dating scene trending, all those good things. So it's a little bit to fit the palette of everybody that has a situation when it deals to dating and dealing with life, where we are in society. It's a great movie, great watch. You should check it out.
Hi, everybody. My name is actually Rachel Brittenham, and yes, that is long. And I am on Facebook and Instagram. I actually am not a part of the cast. Was the production manager for Reflections. And what I would like to just share with everybody is go watch Reflections to understand that you never know what situation you'll be in, and understand that when you are faced with a decision, what would you do? And we are in a more open space with talking about the LBGTQIA plus, or as they otherwise called the Alphabet Mafia, where we are a little bit open into accepting people who have lived bisexual lives. So to see how people handle these situations, and it just offers up good conversation, because we are in a world now where it is more intrusive in our spaces, and we need to better understand one another, and it offers that platform to do that.
Hi, my name is Arian Helm, and I play the role of Maya. You can follow me at Arian Helm everywhere on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. My favorite part of Reflections is that you see 6 beautiful women come together and discuss a topic. And you don't really see that nowadays. They don't discuss anything like drugs related, gang related. It's like strictly for the situation at hand, and it's a book club. So I love that Black women are reading, and it's promoting that aspect of that fun, light aspect.
Yo, peace everybody. Carlos Grant here, also known as the voice of Black True Crime. I play Pacer J. Warren in the movie Reflections on Tubi right now, the hottest film on Tubi. Written by a Black woman, directed by a Black woman, with a full bevy of a Black cast. I need y'all to go watch that. It's a great film just for commentary. You need a film where you just at home with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Yeah, I need a film just to talk about to get some ideas flowing. Reflections is your movie. Check us out.
I am Ted Ramasola. I am the cinematographer and editor of Reflections. And you can follow me on Facebook, same name, Ted Ramasola. And the only thing I can say is it took us 8 years to make this film. So go watch and have yourself a good time. If you want to gossip, if you want to have something to talk about the latest issues, go watch this film. Again, it took us 8 years to make this film. Go in and watch it.
Hello, I'm Deanna Chandler, the writer, director, and producer of the film Reflections. You can find me on Instagram as I am Deanna Chandler on Facebook. We have our Reflections movie page on Facebook as well as Instagram. And I would love for you guys to just go support Reflections. Go watch it. It's available on Tubi. And of course, my goal with it was I wanted it to be a fun, exciting time for the ladies to share, but also to share that important aspect on Jade and Pace's relationship. So I think it's a great watch. It's the music. Did I talk about the music in Reflections? It's so fire, guys. BJ Blast, Rozelle. We have Calvin Colshot at H-Town. The music is phenomenal, and you're going to be so impressed with the whole film in general. So go watch Reflections. Tell a friend to watch Reflections. Share it on your page. Let's let the world see this wonderful cinematography, because the actresses and the actors in it was phenomenal. We have Destiny Washington, Alexandria Warfield Smith, Missy Lee, Deanna Chandler, Katie Carr, Tiffany Roman, Carl Ellis, Grant, and so many more. If I missed anybody, please charge to my head, but go watch Reflections on Tubi. Talk to you later.
You muted, my boy. You muted.
Why I keep doing it? Because you know what I'm saying? I got to get my life together.
Oh, can I say one more thing, Cory, real quick?
Go ahead, baby.
We shot Reflections, the new version, in one day.
Oh, wow.
Say that again?
One day.
I'm not lying.
Like in a 24.
We stayed up all day trying to get.
You ain't gonna just run past that like you didn't just say one day. You know, one day
comes. That's why you need to go watch it.
After zero.
We shot it in one day. I kid you not. Did I not? Am I lying, Rachel?
Absolutely not.
Let me look at everybody. You lying? Arian ain't. She ain't shaking her head. You might. Oh well. Yes, right.
Yeah, so
yeah,
I mean, phenomenal cinematography is phenomenal, and I really need the world to see it. So we need you guys to tune in, share with your friends, post it on your page. Hey, show a Black phenomenal writer some love. So
yes, and we definitely gonna reflect on that, because we reflected tonight on our lives and how everything went. We reflected on this show, and you saw a lot of reflection going on. We saw us saw them saw they, and they saw we. All right. So make sure that no matter what you're doing out there, sometimes take a step back, look in the mirror, look at yourself, and say, "Hey, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing in life?" And if I ain't, as Miss Ham said, get some more ambition to you, because you probably wouldn't be in that same spot. And on the reflections, we're going to party a little tonight as we get ready to get up out of here and enjoy the night because it's about our women tonight. A reflect. You know what I mean? Hey!
She thinks in no time flat.
Man, us take us away. You can take everybody else girl away. Yeah. Put a little bit of that girl.
Her emotional rescue of love that you leave all apart.
We're going to do it like this one time.
That girl thinks that she's so bad. She'll change my tears to joy from sad.
Right now.
She says she keeps the upper hand, 'cause she can please her man. She doesn't use her love to make him weak. She uses love to keep him strong.
Also,
inside me there's no room for doubt that it won't be too long before I tell her that I love her and I want her, and my mind and soul and body needs to tell her that I love her and I want to, and I need to do all that I have to be in love.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I've been hurting for a long time, and you've been playing for a long time.
That is so cool.
You know it's true.
Y'all take him up there.
I've been holding for a long time. Yeah, you've been running for a long time. It's time we do
I'm feeling good tonight.
what we had to do.
I look like I'm performing anyway.
That girl knows every single man would ask her for her hand. She says her love is much too deep for him to understand. She says her love has been crying out